Hello and welcome to episode 17 of Forever Stranded. Guys, today we're gonna pound through a few of the quests and we're also gonna try to set up our applied energistics network so that way we can start managing all of our items from one terminal instead of having to go to several different chests to figure out what we got. Now the first thing that we're going to do here is I'm going to kick this system on for a second so you can see it in full swing because I realized that I didn't do that last time. So the only thing that's stopping it is that I've got my auto cobblestone compressor set to never active right now. So it doesn't actually pump out any new materials, but we're going to turn that on for a minute so you can see everything in action. So you can see the cobblestone gets pumped in over here into these first sets of hammers. Going to go ahead and turn that back off after it gets a little bit in there. Okay. And then as that pounds down the cobblestone, it's going to put it into the compressor over here, which makes compressed gravel, which then sends the gravel over here to the compressed hammer. That pounds it down, sends it over here, gets compressed into compressed sand, gets sent over here. This pounds through the sand, turns it into dust. The dust comes over here, gets turned into compressed dust, and then all three of those end up over here as well because I've got it set to round robin. So these materials get split between over here and over here. And then you can see the auto sievers doing their business, which sends it to those three terminals that I showed you earlier, and then slowly stuff makes it over here or into here, and then all those materials make it back into those things. Now if I click on one of these, let's see, this one's probably going to be the most active because gravel's going to be the one that's coming in most regularly, right? So we'll just sit here for a second and see if anything changes. It's taking forever. So we're going to look at the siever and you can see that there's definitely materials that are coming in and getting taken down. Same thing over here, same thing over here. And then of course I've got iron meshes set up in a little thing here just so they go right into those guys there. I'm probably going to move that down below, honestly, just so it's out of the way, but I'm not sure because that's another channel that I'd have to have open, so I don't think I can actually. So that's what the system looks like when it's in full swing. You can see here that the power is holding steady on this terminal, but if we go over here and take a look, the generators, yeah, they are slowly running out as things are progressing. So you can see that the power situation is going to be a little bit light if we run this just constantly. But we've got a good glut of materials built up. We can still do quite a few things without worrying about that. And the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to get ourselves a horse. So text submit on that, claim our reward, and click done. You can see that that one's complete and on cooldown, so we'd have to wait a little while to be able to do it again. But now we have access to all the horse armors. You can see that it takes 6 iron ingots, 6 gold ingots, or 6 diamonds to complete those quests. Now I'm going to assume that there's something behind those, and we're just going to go ahead and complete all of them, right? Because we got to finish all of the quests anyways. For now, we're going to put our horse egg into here, and we'll come back to that a little bit later if we should choose to do so. And then we're going to look at some of the others, right? So it was 6 iron, so let's go ahead and grab that out. 6 iron, 6 gold, and then we'll go ahead and grab out one of these blocks and pull those down into diamonds. I guess I need to turn that into a compacting chest as well, because more often than not I'm going to be pulling out just like 1 or 2 diamonds. I'm not going to need a whole block every time that I'm going for that. But let's go ahead and cut through those as well. So we'll do the iron one first. Claim that. Do the gold one first. Claim that. And then do the diamond one. And claim that. Okay, so there wasn't anything behind it, but that's okay. That's okay. I'm not worried about it. And of course, since we have access to tinkers, we can just turn these back into ingots, no problem anyways, right? Because we can just throw it in here, get some gold out of it, get some iron out of it, and then we'll keep the diamond one, you know, for when we do eventually get a horse, because we're going to ride around on one at some point, right? Right. So same thing here. Let's look around. What else do we got that we haven't done? Cows, 8 leather, and then what? 20 eggs? I think I actually have that now. I didn't have it before. Yeah. Okay, 16, and then 4 more. It's gonna eat up most of our eggs, but whatever. I'm not really worried about it anyways. And it doesn't consume them anyways. So there we go. Got that claimed. Got that claimed. So we should be able to claim this spawn cow, but it's not letting us, and it's saying it's done. Did it just go ahead and give it to us? Oh yeah, okay, it just gave us the spawn cow. That's cool, so we'll put that in there for when we want to mess with that eventually. Because animals are something that I am interested in getting together at some point. So that is something that we're going to do in the future. An ocelot, 8 raw fish, huh? That I don't have, I'm almost certain. Raw fish? No? I should probably set up some kind of a fishing thing. I probably should have done that a long time ago. Having like an auto fisher to sit on would have been quite nice for getting food and stuff in the beginning of the game before I was so well set up. But let's look at the other one. What else we got? Wolf, 10 bones, 20 raw beef. Well, I haven't had any cows yet, so that's another one that's going to be a problem for now. So let's move on. Let's look at another one, right? Technological revolution. We'll get some more of this stuff done. Basic AE. Hey, that's a lifeblood crystal. That'll give us another heart. Gosh, we're getting close to being like back to normal Minecraft there. ME chest and a 1K storage cell. I don't even think that's that hard to do. Let's look at applied. Okay, and then a chest is where it's so hard to spot this kind of stuff just inside the thing. ME chest. There we go. Oh yeah, that looks that looks a little bit involved there. Quite clear glass accepts any block glass. Okay, so that's no problem. We got the fluix and then the terminal. What's that take again? Annihilation cores, formation cores, and an illuminated panel, a logic processor. Ah, gosh. Okay, so that's a little bit deeper because we're gonna have to make the inscribers and get the plates and stuff like that. So I'm gonna take a moment. I'm gonna look into see what it would take to go ahead and get all that set up because I don't really remember because it's been a minute since I messed with applied energistics. But once I know which direction we're heading there and put a few resources together, we'll come back together and we'll work on that. Okay? Okay. The first step, I have found out what we need to do, but before that, before we get to that, we're going to open up these loot chests. We have 3 of them that have built up from various quests that we haven't opened, and so let's crack them. 8 stone, that would have been good, you know, way back at the beginning. It's nothing now. 40 diamond ore, yeah, that's not bad. I'll totally take that. I could always use more of those. Ooh, and 1 of each slime ball. Again, not bad. I haven't found a way to get magma slime yet. I don't think that the nether is going to spawn slime islands. But hey, I will take it. So anyways, over here, gosh, my throat is so scratchy right now. Over here, we've got ourselves a meteorite compass, which is kind of like the first thing in traditional applied energistics. It'd be the first thing that you would do to try to get started on the meteors and whatnot. But it's not finding anything. Cause see, I half expected that the inscriber presses would have a crafting recipe where you would just make them. But I'm not seeing that they have a crafting recipe, so I assumed that there was a meteor that we had to go find. But I guess not. Huh. Well, I guess I'll get back to researching then. Yeah, I was looking at it, and it turns out that I just wasn't close enough to where the meteorite's gonna be. Because I went back to the old base, the desert temple, and then the compass popped right up, showing me that there was something over here. I mean, it caught it a little bit before I got there, but yeah. So basically, What is that? I mean, we've got a compass pointing us in the direction. Ooh. Ooh, that's the other type of tower. I wonder if it has better loot. And it's gonna be like very... Oh yeah. Very trivial to get to the top where the good stuff should be. uh, he's so angry. Anyways, I think I will mark this and come back to it. Okay. Oh, this way. Hey, and there's more. Nice. So I'll have to remember that out Meteorite way, there are different styles of dungeons, and we're going to have to raid some of these. I mean, again, they don't have great loot, since we're already at a point where we're automatically collecting so many resources. But they do have loot, and that loot should be ours, rightfully so, because we are the best, if you will. Ah, one of those dungeons. Okay, so there's just like 3 or 4 different types of dungeons in the pack. So yeah, okay. Okay, we'll have to come back out this direction, or maybe gen some new terrain and then do so. Because it might be that just like right around our base is where all the garbage stuff is, and the more that we explore, the better stuff that we can find. Although if it's all the same dungeon loot that's not that great, I guess that might not be the case, but it's worth checking out. Gosh, this meteor is really far out there. The designer of this pack put so much into it. I mean, seriously. Because this map is all pre-generated, of course. Like, this is not us exploring new terrain, as far as I'm aware. A lot of stuff is pre-set up, and I do believe that the meteor is one of them, and so that means that he at least explored out this far, and made this into what we would be doing as part of our thing. Now, yeah, I should really stop. I think on my way back, I might hit some of those places and grab some of that loot, but oh man, look at that. Multiple meteors to hit, one of the really big ones, a whole bunch of small ones. Whew! This right here would be really hard to dig up all of. Oh man, are you kidding me? I came all this way and it requires a better pick than I have? I have to be able to mine obsidian. Oh man. Oh man. And there's monsters. On top of that. Oh no, is this a meteor themed dungeon? With multiple ways in and out? Oh wow. Well, that's interesting. Oh, there's spawners in there. Maybe they'll have a war now. Yeah, I think I'd be better to dig all this out. This is going to be too hard to just like gingerly take care of. So I'm going to go, honestly, I'm going to go back to the base. We're probably going to upgrade our tools and then come back for this. Yep, and here's what we're looking at. So I had one of those extra modifier things lying around, as you guys know. So I have made this pickaxe, gave it an extra modifier, and then made it unbreakable by putting some of the reinforcement plates on it. And so now I've got something that can mine cobalt, since it's got a cobalt head. That's the top tier, if you didn't know. And got a good mining speed and is unbreakable. I don't have any more modifiers right now. I can make some more of those modifier toolkits to give it more if I want to later. Maybe give it some luck or something along those lines. But for now, this will do us. This will do quite nicely. So we're going to make the track back out to those meteors, which if I turn on the waypoint here, you can see is quite a ways away. Let's turn that on. Yep, way over there, 2828552, and yeah, so we're gonna go out there, mine some of that stuff away, and then see what else is contained in there. All right, and here we are. Now, before we get to that bad boy over there, I feel like we should hit some of these smaller ones just to see if they have any of the skystone chests inside of them. An oak chest. Hey. That's quite nice. That's quite nice. And then just vein mine the whole thing, which gives us quite a bit of that skystone. So the small ones have stuff in them too. That's good. So we don't even necessarily have to hit the big one. I mean, we're totally going to, but we don't necessarily have to. Give us out, is this the one? Yeah, this is the one for loot. Okay. Boop, 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 boop. Go ahead and throw the chests in there too. Oh, it's getting on nighttime. Oh, it's getting on nighttime. Bad idea for me to be here. Okay, so not all of them do. Let's see. This might be one. Whew. A lot of sand got disrupted there. Let's check out this. Oh, that is a skeleton. Okay. Yes, you may indeed fight each other. Quite nice. Quite nice. I will have that loot as well. Okay. Yep, there we go. And then we've got, this is one, it looks like. Oh, that one's another skeleton spawner. We'll wait for them to kill each other and then zap in there. Fantastic. That's probably one too. Man, I wish I hadn't gotten here in the night time, because that sure does make things more difficult for me to mine stuff out and check it out what's going on here. But okay, let's tackle this big one. We can at least make a hole down so that sunlight can shine directly on those spawners, right? See, now I could just vein mine this whole thing out, but I feel like it's, I don't know, cheating, basically, if I go ahead and just do that. So I'm trying really hard to tackle this thing in a way that at least makes sense within the contents of the mod pack itself. So I'm gonna wait a little bit, let it get daytime, and then we're gonna tackle this thing. So I'm gonna move a little distance away, just so there's not. Actually, that's something we can do in the meantime, since it's nighttime anyways. These things. There's a lot of places in the desert where the sand is disrupted in this pattern, and I think, if I look around a little bit, yep, I'm going to find out that this is a mine shaft. As you can see, there's tracks down here which don't let sand stay put. So this right here is an abandoned mine shaft that is all covered in sand. If we were to, say, dig that sand out, we could get some more loot that way too. That's nice. So I'm going to go ahead and mark this too. And then we can come back to that eventually as well. Hey, an Enderman. I'm going to turn down Ender Pearls. Oh, and if you're wondering, you're thinking, hey, that's a ranged weapon that can hit an Enderman. That's nice. Yeah, it can, but only because my sword has an end stone hilt, which gives interference, which means the Enderman can't teleport if you hit him with it. That's why I struck with the sword first. Ha ha! Alright, so I'm going to wait for day to come, to dawn, if you will, and then we're gonna head back over there and see what we can do.
Alright, it's daytime now, so let's dive on down here and see what we can get done. We're gonna just try to take out all the stuff that we're seeing here. Got some spawners. Wow, is that really? That's surely not it. There's more. If you go to deeper levels, there has to be. There has to be more. Surely. Surely. Let's take out a few of these guys and we'll hop down here. Ah, yeah. Oh. Yep, let's back out of there. God, there's just so many of them. Okay, we're going to try to get in here. Knockout. Okay, quick. We're just going to have to take this in stages, right? So we'll take out a couple of them, get in here, break a few more of the spawners, get out. Okay. Dive back in. Okay. Okay. They're starting to carry spawner stuff out to me. How nice of them. Yes, I will take all of that spawner garbage. Okay. And it's also a new thing, I guess. Like, this wasn't in previous editions, because I've broke many of the spawners, but I guess in one of the updates, he made it to where if you break a spawner, then it goes ahead and spawns like 3 or 4 of the things. Okay. Okay. So let's go ahead and put all this junk inside of our bags here. Toss out these bows and this armor. Okay, is there a way further? I mean, I guess I should toss that out outside instead of in here. Just doing it in here is not going to do us any good. Oh my gosh. Okay, so let's look around. Is there another entrance? Oh, there is. Okay. Poison spiders. That would have been bad. In addition to everything else that we were messing with there. Okay, let's go ahead and throw that in there. Those, that. Alright. And then let's dive out here real quick just so we can be getting rid of all of this stuff that we definitely don't need. Okay. So, let's see. Is there another entrance? There is. Fantastic. Because I'm not seeing any chests, so I'm wondering what the point is on this place, you know? Because you would think... the idea behind a place like this would be to... Ah, God, I got poisoned. I hate cave spiders. I really do. Not like them at all. And I'm out of food. Like, my lunchbox is empty. So, I can't heal from this. So, like, a stray skeleton could just, like, absolutely destroy me right now. Nah, you can't fool me, poison spider. I can see that you're there. Okay. Get away, get back. Okay. There's nothing here either. Well, I'm like legitimately disappointed. Because I thought that the whole point of coming to this place would be to get like all the inscriber presses, and I've only got one of them. It's not like my compass, it didn't light up anywhere else. I mean, I traveled around a little bit, and I didn't see anything else going on where I should be putting down compass, or getting some more of those presses. And I've mined out all the things here that I saw that had those, or all the little individual meteors. Gosh, so what is it? I mean, like, is there really no chests? Nothing over here at all? Ah, goodness. Poisoned again. Okay, so this is just really deep. So I tell you what we're going to have to do, and I hate to do this again, but we're going to have to go back and get more food, because I can't take this if I'm just going to die in half a heart. That's just not a thing that's going to happen. So we're going to cut here. We're going to take another look at this in just a few after we get some supplies together. Alright, and we are back here again. And I had a brilliant idea, right? So one of the things is I mentioned that the spawners, you know, they spawn a few of them out, even when you break them. Like, they felt like that's new. So what if we just didn't break them, huh? Just turn them into restart spawners with our drop of evil that's infinitely reusable. Because that seems like it'd just be a way smarter idea, right? Man, how far down does this thing go, I wonder? Oh, well, pretty far, apparently. Okay. Okay. There we go. Okay. So that's that one conquered that also had no treasure in it. Man, is it even worth doing these? Is there anything else to be had? So I tell you, it kind of looks like there's not even... I got poisoned again. How? I didn't get hit. I definitely killed all of those. That's frustrating. Anyways, the one bad thing here, of course, is that we're going to get a lot of these. We're going to get a lot of them. Okay, so let's keep looking around. We'll see if there's another entrance, but I'm running out of ideas here because this is looking like it's completely worthless to try to do, and everything that I've seen so far I've taken on. The only treasure chests that I got were from the little meteors. I didn't get anything inside this thing, I'm pretty sure. And our only other option really is just start tearing it down, which, well, get ready for lag spike. Hey, there we go, that's a thing. Huh. Okay. So there we go. We can see there's a few more spawners. It's like, there's a lot of things here. This is a lot of different stuff going on. I wonder what all this is about. I'm going to try really hard not to just get down there and get instantly killed. Or let some creeper blow things up. So let's go ahead and drop down. Try to take care of all this. Okay. Okay. So this looks promising. This is really big deal. Big deal, some of this. Spatial pylons, crafting monitors, ME drives, some cabling. We've got a drill here. We got a cell workbench, some monitors. So this is like an actual thing here. Wow, okay. So I'm gonna temperature regulator, that would saved us earlier. So I guess I'm gonna have to spend a few minutes just taking stock of what I'm seeing here, and then figure out where this goes, and then we will I'll come back and I'll tell you what I figured out. All in all, not bad loot that we got here. So if we take a look here, you can see this is all the skulls that we found either by killing things or that were placed along the wall. And then all this stuff down here is something that we got from this room. So we got 4 ME drives. That's going to help us with our storage needs later. Got some spatial pylons, which are used to move things around that we're not even going to get into that yet. I'm not sure when we will, if at all. Another temperature regulator, so we can make something out of that if we need to. 2 crafting monitors, which you normally only need 1, but heck, why are we complaining? We got some dark illuminated panels, which we can use to make several of the pieces that we need. Some conversion monitors so we can watch what's going on with, I think that's power, but I'm not 100% certain. We will see. And then some glass cable that we can use. And light blue is its own specific channel, but it will integrate with the network just fine. And then we got 5 drills from Advanced Rocketry and a cell workbench from Applied Energistics 2 as well. Now the drill, I am not sure about. I've never messed with Advanced Rocketry. That's a new one on me, so we'll have to discover that together. The cell workbench, again, I'm also not sure on. That's something... something that I've never had to mess with before. I guess maybe this is a way to... this looks like a way to take a drive and decide what's going to go into it, which is not something I've ever needed before. I'm not sure if I'll need again, but hey, that's good. There's a part of me that really wants to tear out the rest of this and see if there's more hidden chests inside of it, because honestly, I expected to get all 4 of the plates out here, and I sure didn't. I only got 1 of them, because that's definitely something that I didn't find here, was the other 3 plates that we need to be able to make all of the different processors that are used in Applied Energistics. And now, I was looking at it, and if we take a look here at... That's not really what I need. So first off, at Applied, and then I need the the processors. So if we look here, you can do them in the inscriber, which is the way that I'm talking about, and you can just make them, but like this is pretty expensive, especially since you need these advanced circuits. That's 2 or 3, 4 crafting recipes all on its own. So I'm really thinking that it would be much nicer if we had the inscription presses for them, so that way we could just do it that way. But I'm not 100% certain how we can get those because they don't come in dungeon chests. The only way that it has any idea how to make them is the standard way, where if you already have one, you can put a block of iron in and it'll make a copy of it. But that's not the same thing as just actually having the presses. They don't come in dungeon chests because that's the type of thing that would be shown here. So I really think that we have to find them in a chest that already exists out in the world, and we sure didn't. We sure didn't at all. So I do think I'm going to tear out the rest of this, and I'm probably just going to burn it because I don't need that much skystone, honestly. I think I already have a full drawer back at the house anyways. And then I'll take a look, and if I find another chest, I will let you know. As it turns out, I sure did. I was digging through one of the walls off the main chamber, and I found another chest that's got some dense cable, some covered cable, some normal cable, and the silicon press. So that's our second one of the 4 that we need. So I'm thinking that, yeah, you just are supposed to, explore through this thing, dig it all out, and that will eventually yield you all of the different presses. And I'm going to continue going on. This one was over in the in this side of it. So like that's the chamber that I was in. There's the top, middle, and so then over here found another one. So that would be that side, and then we're gonna dig over here some more, even though I think I found this one, and then we're gonna dig over here some more. Wow, this one was quite nice. 3 of the diamond processors, a 16 cubed spatial storage cell, and a 64K ME storage cell, along with the inscriber logic press. That's going to jumpstart our network a whole heck of a lot. So with that, I'm pretty sure that's all 4. Yep, that's all 4 of the different processors, and I found that one over here in this corner, this being the central chamber that the drill was in, so kind of over in that area. So I just have a little bit more to dig out, and then we will probably head back to the base and start getting all this stuff set up. Yeah, so I mined out a little bit more on that meteor, and I didn't find anything else, so I came back to the base and I found that I was out of power. Everything was shut down, this has got no excess power, and I had to take the bone blocks that were being stored in here from over in this facility and put them down into this to just try to jumpstart it a little bit. I think somehow this kept running while I was gone, even though my base isn't chunk loaded. Not really sure what happened there. I dropped in a few more skeleton spawners to our spawn chamber there to kick up the bone production, because you can see that all of this is completely empty as well. So we must have been chewing through that at a pretty good rate. Hopefully that can keep up a little bit better, since we're wanting to set up an ME network, which would take up a lot of power in and of itself. I also think maybe we need to start working on some more passive power resources, like maybe a solar panel from environmental tech or something like that. We'll see what we can put down. But guys, with that, it's going to have to end the episode for today. I hope that you enjoyed the episode. If you didn't, please let me know why. But if you did, please hit that like button down below. Keeps me going, makes me feel like you guys are interested in what I'm doing. Also, please subscribe if you're new to the channel. We're going to keep rocking on this, knocking through those quests, finding all those secrets, and getting all this stuff done. And that's it. So I will see you in the next episode.